Hello, this is Janelle Monae, and you are logged on to KYSDC.com.
New Days of Summer, Kelson, the Urban Informer, and I have the electric lady next to me. Hi, Janelle Monae.
Hi, how are you, sweetheart?
It's a good, finally, a pleasure to see you.
Yes, to meet you in person.
A while ago, I think it was one of the award shows, you explained as to why you wore a tuxedo.
Yes.
And I'll be honest, at first when I saw, like, she always have a tuxedo. What is it? But then when I found out why, I had so much more respect for you. For those who may have missed it, can you explain to them the reason behind your tuxedo?
Sure, absolutely. I think it's really cool. You know, I think when I came into the music industry, I didn't see anybody that looked like me at all.
Definitely.
And not that was a problem, but I didn't feel the need to try and fit in or the need to contribute to the marginalization of women and sexism. You know, there's that in every industry, but in the music industry it definitely exists. And you know, you have people from the stylists and all these, you know, different people. I style myself, but you know, I've definitely come in encounter with people trying to say, you know, you're a woman, so you need to dress this way, and this is what women, you know, do. And of course, I wear heels, I have dresses, I have all these beautiful, beautiful garments and whatnot. But I think that my goal has always been to say that women need to be in control of their bodies, and whether you know, dress however you dress, you should be in control of that. And so that was the first step. And then I said, so when I picked my uniform, which is to pay homage to the working class. You know, my mother, my grandmothers, they worked in the county jail. My grandmother was a cook for 25 years at the county jail in Kansas City, Kansas. You know, my mom and my family, they worked as post office workers, janitors. They helped the community. And so I wanted to have a uniform that reminded me of them, that kept me humble, kept me grounded, and reminded that I have work to do. You know, my job is never done. And music, the music that I make, is meant to uplift our community and move us forward. And empower us, and so that is why it is a combination between redefining what it means to be a woman, and also making sure that I'm paying homage to those people who worked hard for me while I was.
Now, definitely throughout your career, you stayed true to your image and your beliefs and everything. How do you find it? How do you maintain in an industry where it's all about popping molly, sex, and stuff like that? Because I'm sure it can be difficult. But you stay true.
No, I mean, it's not difficult. That's just, if that's their lifestyle, that's their lifestyle. I think the music that I make and I want to be associated with, you know, is again to uplift and enrich the lives. You know, I think love is very important, and that's why this album is extremely important, because it touches on so many different topics, and I think perspective is everything. I think that if you can come into an industry and contribute, I've always felt like my job as an artist is not to come in and you know, join a team that, you know, they're working for themselves. If everybody's cleaning up the kitchen, you got to know the living room is dirty, and somebody has to do that, right? So I've always felt like my goal, my job as an artist has been to make a difference and come in and give a different perspective about life, about music, and just, you know, about growth and evolution.
Now,
absolutely correct.
How real is it for you that back in 2003 you had a song called Star?
You can be a star.
Yes. And now you're a star. You're on the cover of Vibe's 20th anniversary issue.
Yes, absolutely.
Got a new album coming out, touring, and then also you're a cover girl.
Yes.
Like, how real is that for you?
It is, man. I mean, I'm just
being the girl from Kansas.
Yeah, right. I'm just from this little small town in Kansas, and I could not have written, you know, all these amazing opportunities that have come into my life. So I definitely am a spiritual person. I do believe that somebody is praying for me, and I believe, you know, that higher power is watching over me and having me covered. I want to make sure that whatever platform I have, being a cover girl is so huge, because growing up as a young black girl, you look at these magazines and you're trying to figure out, okay, am I going to be myself, or am I going to, you know, wear this makeup and try to look like somebody else? How will I maneuver through, you know, peer pressure and all these different things? And beauty with women is a huge part of our self-esteem. When we feel beautiful, we feel, you know, we feel alive. We feel ourselves, right? Inside and out. And so I know that, and when they approached me to be a cover girl, I was just thankful because I get the opportunity to really just be myself and encourage other young girls and older women too to embrace the things that make you unique, even if it makes others uncomfortable. And I get a chance to redefine, you know, what it means to be a young black girl, you know, in today's society. And I don't take it for granted, so I try to use whatever platform I have. And Vibe, been on the cover of there. I try, and I'm honored to be on the cover of Vibe because around the time when I was living in a boarding house and in the AUC in Atlanta, and I was selling my independent CD, The Audition, where Star was, that song was on. It wasn't short. It was shortly after that Vibe did an article on me, and this was during a time where nobody really knew about me. But they said, we want people to know about you, and you know, they really supported me from the beginning. So I appreciate Vibe, and I'm happy to celebrate their 20th anniversary with them.
How did music history or figures in black music influence who you are as a musician?
Say that one more time, babe.
How did music history or black musicians and music help mold you, who you are as a musician?
Oh, everything. I even want to go as far as to saying that I was really inspired by R&B music, you know, rhythm and blues, and I wanted, with the Electric Lady, with pretty much all my music, is to fight against the marginalization of black music. I think that, you know, and this starts from the song you talked about earlier, Dance Apocalyptic. I read, you know, somewhere, or somebody said something in passing, that it had a kind of European sound to it, and I'm like, y'all don't know y'all history, because that is a song that was influenced and inspired by Bo Diddley, who is a black man from America. And Bo Diddley inspired the Rolling Stones, he inspired the Beatles, he inspired Jimi Hendrix, he inspired Elvis Presley, and that is the origin of soul music, if you will, and blues. And so I want to do kind of like a music history with this album. And I explore so many different sounds that supported, you know, black music, from even classical music. I mean, the piano was created in Africa. It's a sideways harp, and they just added, you know, strings and different things to help support the notes. But that's something that we created. And with this album, I wanted to create the best R&B album that was so wide-ranged and with so many different experimentations and instrumentation, but it was deeply rooted in black music.